It's the I Can't Mom Today podcast with Heather, the new mom, and Vera, the seasoned mom. I Can't Mom Today.
Hey, this is Vera and Heather with another episode of I Can't Mom Today podcast. Hi, Vera.
Hey, Heather.
How are you?
I'm stressed, but what else is new?
Girl, 2019 can suck it long and hard.
Oh, you're not kidding. But we can make it. We can make it. We can make it. We will do it together.
Yes.
We will.
Positivity, right? That was my my theme for the year.
We'll keep trying to do that. But it's okay. Yeah. Sometimes you get down and you just pick yourself back up.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of exciting things coming up in the next couple months, but 2019 is taking me through the ringer.
It really is. And I thought 18 was bad, but here we go. But that's okay. Like I said, we'll make it.
18 was mediocre for me. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was just run of the mill.
Yeah.
But 19, yeah. Soul crushing.
Yeah. Nowhere to go but up, right?
Yes. Upward and onward.
Right. So that brings us to our fun topic today. I think it's it's fun and informative, but I think it's kind of funny too.
Yes. Agreed.
We actually got an email. You want to talk about the email?
Yes. One of our listeners, Sophia, reached out to us and suggested that we do a podcast about what your children call their private parts and like what they should be calling it, because everybody has an opinion on this, right?
Right. Oh, for sure. And then too, to me, it's funny because we got a bunch of suggestions on our Facebook page.
Yes.
And some of them are just hysterical. So,
Yes.
But then we have, a little information on what the experts think about calling your privates by other names than the clinical names.
The experts.
Yes, the experts. Well, according to Psychology Today, they say when children feel awkward talking about certain body parts, like if they giggle when someone mentions those parts, for example, they're more likely to feel embarrassed about asking questions, and they're less likely to tell you if someone is touching them inappropriately. I guess that's the big fear. And that the euphemisms reflect parents' discomfort with talking openly about those body parts. And so kids learn there's something naughty, wrong, or rude about talking about them, which I think that you can have a happy mix. Like that's kind of what I did with my son. It was like, well, we know that this is your penis or whatever, and a girl has a vagina, but then there's all these other names. It's just,
Yes, I do. I don't remember what I was taught when I was little. I really don't.
It was a pee-pee.
It may have been, I don't know. I really just don't remember. I'm just so old.
Yeah. I am older than you. Watch out.
Well.
Yeah.
But your brain's
so you don't remember what your parents did?
No, I really don't.
Yeah, I think ours.
But it was probably something I blocked out.
Yeah, right?
Because it's uncomfortable. But with Baker, I try to say penis, like, because we're doing potty training right now, and you will spend 30 minutes on the toilet with your child. Well, you're not on the toilet, they are, but you're in the bathroom.
They're on the toilet, not you.
Yes. But then he just I don't know if girls do this, but he just grabs his penis all the time. Just grab. And you're like, dude, You're literally peeing on your hand right now. So could you stop doing that?
Luke didn't do that. He was pretty good about not doing that. I remember, honestly, potty training with Luke, well, he was so meticulous. Mm-hmm. He likes things to be a certain way. So I think once we got to the point where he was potty training, and he was a little bit older when we finally potty trained, I think he was 2.
Yeah.
And it was like, this is where it just took him a little while but once it clicked, he was like, oh, got it.
Yeah.
But then it was like, he had to pee every 2 hours. So no matter where you were, I have to go potty. Ah!
Yes.
You're in the target line. Ah!
Yes.
So that was the hardest part. But he was he liked things to be clean. And so he didn't get pee everywhere. He was pretty good about that. But again, every kid is different.
Baker's wild. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm trying to remember what we had a cute, I think we called it as wanker.
Really?
Yeah.
Wanker.
I thought wanker was funny, but it was like wanker is like kind of funny, but not super cutesy. So his penis would be taken more seriously if we called it wanker.
I
realized as I said that out loud, that sounds so ludicrous.
Ludicrous.
Ludicrous. Anyway, yeah. So I think that's but I would say, well, it's your penis or your wanker and your booty and your, but what do you call your butt? I guess
see, this is where I have an issue.
Yeah.
So I refer to his penis as a penis. I sometimes I'll say pee-pee or whatever, but now that we're using the word pee-pee for urinating.
Oh yeah.
It's weird. So I try to really say penis, but then his butt, I call it tushy. Like I'm like, where's your tushy? And he'll point to it.
Yeah.
And then I'll say booty sometimes, but he has a monkey named Djibouti. So I'm also a little confusing. So yeah.
Yeah. We used to say booty.
But I can't say, like what are you supposed to say for butt? Cause like, is there like an actual term for that? Because
gluteus maximus.
Well, but that's just one muscle in your butt.
Yeah.
Like your gluteal area or your anus. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I thought about that too, because I was like, well, wait a minute. Then if we're going to be clinical about the other stuff, should we be clinical about the butt too?
Yes.
Some people find butt offensive.
Yes.
Like my BFF finds butt offensive, so she goes hiney with her son. But so yeah, what do you call it?
One article I read also was like, you needed. Okay, here we go.
All right.
It was talking about vagina, vulva, clitoris. I think that's a little detailed for children.
Yes.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think the difference between knowing what a clitoris is and your vulva is going to be able, your kid is still going to be able to say, someone touched my vagina. I think we're just splitting hairs at that point, right?
Yeah, I agree. Like, this is your elbow, but you don't need to know all the bones in your elbow quite yet.
Exactly. Like I hurt my elbow. Okay, perfect. Yeah. So not your whatever.
Right. Yeah. Your humerus, whatever.
Maximus, humerus, radius, whatever. Yes.
Yeah. So
I do have a little bit of anatomy background, so whatever.
Yeah. And I think my parents called it your rear end. It was just your rear end.
I know we couldn't say butt.
But booty.
Yeah. I don't think we could say butt. I don't know. Again, my mind shot. But we, yeah, I think I'm going to continue with the tushy, and
tushy's a good one. I like tushy
and penis.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I think it's good for them to know the clinical term and know that it's just it's another part of your body.
Yes.
But it is a part of your body that is like yours. It's your private. It's yours. So only your mommy, daddy, and your doctor. Like Lucas's pediatrician always used to say whenever he'd check him out, he'd say, now the only people that this is okay is, your parents and your doctor. If somebody else tries to do this, then no, not okay.
And also probably define that for your child that your doctor while your parent is present.
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
Because with that whole, the whole gymnastics coach thing and all that.
Oh yeah, goodness. Oh, that makes me want to. Yeah.
Yes.
So I think stuff like that. I think talking openly though is what's most important, really.
Yes.
But again, that's just my personal opinion.
But when they're as young as Baker is, I want to make sure that he's portraying the correct words to people, because if our Facebook group has been given so many names, like I'm going to list off all these names because some of them are really hilarious and some of them are very, you could see where they stem from, I guess. Is the word. We have Punana. Our little spots. Yes. Yeah. Goober.
That makes me laugh because I had a stuffed animal named Goober.
You are Goober. Girly bits or girl parts. Tallywhacker for boys.
Yeah, tallywhacker makes me laugh too. Tallywhacker.
Oh gosh. One little boy would call it his tail.
His tail.
Which you would think it would be butt. Like if somebody told me that somebody touched my tail, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah. Well, I had a girlfriend whose son called it bait. I think because it's like a worm,
Gross.
I know.
Whose father did that?
I don't know.
I've heard like dangling the worm before it.
Yeah.
College. It was so.
Yeah, it's not attractive.
No.
Yeah.
One little girl called it a Kiki.
A Kiki. Yep.
And Winky for a boy.
Yeah, that's what I think. I used to bounce back and forth between Winky and Wanker, but I tried to stick with Wanker more because it's more serious.
Vagina.
Vagina. Yes, that was, yeah. The one person I know that was talking about that had a home daycare, and her oldest daughter was kind of like, she wanted to be like mommy, and she was the oldest by a little bit of the other kids. So she felt like she was mommy's assistant. And so when mommy was changing someone's diaper or whatever, or anything like that, she'd say, mommy, there's that's her vagina. And then there was Tennis.
Yes.
Because she couldn't say penis, so she'd say Tennis. That's his Tennis. So she was close. She had the clinical terms going. She knew.
Yes. Someone else's child mixed vagina and hiney to make Giny.
Giny. I love that.
And then, of course, privates or pocketbooks.
Pocketbook.
Yes.
I think I've heard that before, and I remember thinking that was kind of interesting.
I went to school with someone when I went to massage therapy school, and it was, she called it your cookie.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard cookie before. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other ones that of course, there's hoo-ha.
Yeah, as an adult, I say like my vagine or vagine or hoo-ha.
Vajayjay.
Vajayjay, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just don't I think that it's hard for parents to put to clinical term with something with these little humans, because they're so little and it's so clinical, like penis, vagina, breasts. And do you say breast or what would you say?
Boobs, boobies.
I say boobs. Yeah. I mean, obviously, because I'm not so square.
I would say both. Again, with Lucas, I would say both so that I knew that he was clear on what the real term was. Mm-hmm. But if you're just talking casually, I would say boobs. But my mother was really big on that with breasts because she'd say she didn't like the fact that breasts were so overly because like in Europe, women will go to the beach and not wear a top because they're your breasts, but Americans were so big on covering them up, and she felt like they'd become so overly sexualized. And she would say, we got to remember that breasts give life; they feed our children, and we got to understand that part too of them. So I was always really conscious of making sure Lucas knew they're not just boobs or boobies, that they're breasts, and that yes, I breastfed him, and that they give life. They're not just things that you push up and throw in people's faces.
Wow.
Depending on who they are. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So anyway, that said, I think the stress is getting to me, man. I feel like these last few podcasts, I've just been like, bleh.
Slap happy.
Yeah, I guess so. It's like Vera's losing it. That's okay. I go to my shrink tomorrow.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Can
we do a conference call?
Right. My emotional oil change. So, but that was a lot of fun. We got so many fun responses on our Facebook page. I loved that.
We did.
Mom Today podcast, our Facebook group that now has 200 members, right?
Yes.
Yay!
And we have over 2,000 downloads. Thank you.
Yay.
Yeah. And
we're getting
all
there.
of this topic was brought to you by Sophia, who reached out to us via email. So there's a lot of different ways you can reach out to us. You can reach us email, ican'tmomtodaypodcast@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or Instagram at ican'tmomtodaypodcast, or our Facebook group at ican'tmomtoday.
Yes.
And you can also private message us on Facebook, so you don't have to, if there's a subject that you don't want your name, and we asked Sophia, is it okay that I use your first name? And she said yes.
Cool.
So obviously, if you don't want us to use your name, we will not use your name. There are topics that we know can be quite sensitive, and people get their panties in a bunch really easily. And we have learned that lesson ourselves.
Yes.
And we're working through that.
That's right. Thus the therapy tomorrow.
Yes. But so you can't, anyways. I'm not going to go down any roads right now, but just know that we will protect you no matter what.
Yes.
Your
you let us
privacy.
know. Yeah.
Or if you want the biggest shout out in the world, we will give it to you.
We'll do that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
'Cause you're our listeners and you're what matters. You're what's driving the ship, and we want more of that.
Yeah. And I love this topic. Thank you, Sophia. This was such a great idea because it was.
Something I wouldn't have thought of. I mean, I think
no.
we think of it because we have to go through it, but it's not something that we think that maybe other people want to know about.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. But it was great because we could tell by the response on Facebook and it was fun.
Yes, it was.
Eee.
All right. Until next time. Thank you.
Thank you.